How's it going, folks? I did not intend to make a video today, but once again, Iowa Retro Gamer Dad broached a topic that I just found entirely too interesting, and because it's something I've thought about myself, I had to throw my own 2 cents in there, So the topic he broached was, when are you too old for gaming? And I've heard this question asked about an assortment of hobbies, like when are you too old for Legos? When are you too old for building models, collecting action figures, whatever your hobby is that some people may seem as childish. And my answer is, you're never too old for what makes you happy. I know you'd hear a lot of the older folks in the boomer generation and older, they would say, well, a grown man shouldn't be playing child's games and he shouldn't be playing with this and doing that. And I understand they come from an entirely different environment. In the times they were raised, it was pretty rough. Wars were going on. There's a lot of political upheaval, which is not entirely too different from today. But also at the time, you had to look at the way employment worked in this country. Back then, one person could make enough to sustain an entire family. One person's income could buy a house, put food on the table, put back for your kids' college, could do all sorts of things. And frankly, that's, not the reality for the vast majority of people these days. We spend so much of our time working at our primary jobs, which more often than not they either don't pay enough to survive or they pay enough to survive at a subsistence level. And a lot of us have to have side gigs in order to make ends meet. And we're in this culture that prizes working hard above all. Well, I'm all for working hard when it benefits the worker, but we live in a day and age now where most of the work you do makes somebody else rich. So I'm all for any shred of happiness that people can find in this life. If that's playing games, if that's building models, if that's collecting, whatever your hobby happens to be, whatever brings you some modicum of joy, I'm all for it. I don't think you're ever too old for it. Too old for happiness. You have to forgive me while I'm doing this. I got some more games in from Whatnot. And I forgot what I got. Oh, Rapala Pro Series and Swing Away Golf for the PS2. Now, as you can see, collecting games makes me happy. And I used to just collect any old game, I was fine with picking up filler games. I don't do fillers anymore. Again, my rule, as I've said 1,000 times, is if I can't see myself playing it, I'm not going to buy it. So all these games will have that in common, is that I can see myself playing. My goodness, this person really did a number packing this. Great Scott. A bunch of PlayStation 2 games in it, as usual. These games smell like weed. Bro. Well, I think I know what this seller's hobbies are. But I got a Call of Duty game I'd never heard of before. It's called World at War Final Fronts. And that's mainly the reason I get it. I kind of like the older Call of Duty games back when they had a fairly substantial single-player campaign. I hadn't heard of the Final Front, so I'm anxious to play that. And I got a Tuner Racer. God of War 2, which I think is, CIB, and the little disc holder seems to be broken, but that's all right. And GTA 3 to go with the San Andreas I got last night. And like that one, this one has the manual and the poster. And again, like I said, I have the trilogy, the remastered trilogy for PS4, but that doesn't come with the posters. That doesn't come with all the fun extras that make physical media have so much charm for me. But yeah, see, I've had a long day at work and I come home to this. This gets me excited. This gets me happy. And it's arguably cheaper than therapy. So again, you're never too old for the things that you love doing. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Anyway, I'm going to go fix my fat old self something to eat, and I hope y'all have a great one, and thanks for watching.